Orivon presents Corpus Christi, a fictional tale. Chapter 5. The Daughter of Dust. The American dream in South Texas usually starts with a shovel and a prayer. In 1972, Mary Ann's grandparents, Juan and Elizabeth, crossed the border with nothing but the clothes on their backs and a suitcase full of South American grit. Her grandfather didn't mind the heat. He traded the sun of his homeland for the humidity of the refineries. He became an American citizen and wore a city uniform with pride and spent 20 years pouring concrete into the Westside streets so his children wouldn't have to walk in the mud. He built a house, a sturdy 3-bedroom sanctuary in a growing Mexican community where the smell of jasmine and tortillas promised a future that felt safe. But roots can only hold so much. The third child was Maria, Mary Ann's mother. Maria was a rebel with a face like an angel and a spirit like a storm. While her siblings stayed in the light of the family home, Maria was drawn to the flicker of the streetlights. At 16, she traded the safety of the West Side for the jagged edges of the projects, moving in with a boyfriend whose only ambition was staying one step ahead of the law. By 17, Maria was pregnant and alone. Mary Ann's father had been hauled off on a 5-year bid before the first ultrasound, leaving Maria in a world of turmoil and bad choices. By the time Mary Ann was old enough to remember her mother's face, that face had been hollowed out by the glass pipe. Maria became a ghost, a meth head who haunted the family for $5 loans and stolen jewelry until the grandparents finally shut the door. Mary Ann grew up in that sturdy house her grandfather built, but she lived in the shadow of her mother's failure. She was a good girl by design. She played flute in the band, ran track until her lungs burned, and kept her grades high enough to dream. She'd sit on her grandma's porch and say, "One day I'm gonna be the president." She wanted power because she knew what it felt like to have none. But the crooked Christie has a way of finding the cracks in even the strongest foundations. After graduation, the money dried up. The scholarships weren't enough. Desperate for a way out, Mary Ann did exactly what Maria had done. She moved in with a boy. He was charming, he was flashy, and he was the son of a man who viewed women as currency. Her boyfriend's father was a vulture, a pimp who moved with the grace of a businessman. He didn't force Mary Ann, he groomed her. He took her to the high-end steakhouses on Water Street, bought her the silk dresses her mother never had, and slowly convinced her that her body was the only leverage she had in a city that wanted to keep her under its boot. Mary Ann didn't hate the life. She found a cold, electric thrill in the hustle. She liked the way men looked at her, the way even the most powerful men in the city became weak when she stepped into the room. But she never forgot the dream on the porch. She knew the Leopard Street life was just a lobby. She was waiting for the elevator. Then came the late-night hum of a black Lexus. When Hector looked at her through that tinted glass, Mary Ann didn't see a John. She saw a key. She saw the mayor's office. She saw the path to the presidency she had promised her grandmother. She climbed into the car, checked the record button on her phone, and prepared to burn the good girl to the ground so the Titan could finally rise.
Thank you for tuning in to Corpus Christi, a fictional tale. Please leave a like, share, and subscribe to the channel for new content dropping every Wednesday, only on Orivon.
Orivon.